A new message has arrived. Let's see, I just unloaded my flat steel, and just as I had hoped and crossed my fingers, I'm going to get a coil that's going to Granite City. Boom! I'm hoping that they will, I'm reading a message, sorry. I'm hoping that they'll put this in the shop and get this truck fixed, because it's got lights galore all over it. Call it truck galore. Hey, it's like 7 o'clock at night. Hey, there's another Maverick truck pulling in. We're everywhere. You're gonna see what I get heading home. I'm about 3 hours away from where I'm gonna deliver, near my house in Granite City, Illinois. Got a big old coil, and bought myself a snack. And it's double tarped, and you can see the edge barely made it to the edge. And you can also, and it held together really well today, because I extended the edge all the way up to the corner before I folded over my front edge flap, and that really seemed to hold it together. And I did the same thing on the back. You just can't see it because it goes all the way to here, and then I pull that edge flap over and run bungees, and I actually like looking at it as it goes down the road. It looks, and I tucked everything up under the front. I put my excess tarp. I tarp from the back over to the front so I could throw all the excess underneath the front flap. And this way it's nice and tight in the back, and is often the case when I first started out, I would tarp from the front to the back and tuck everything underneath the back. But what would happen is, as I go down the road, the air pressure billowing the tarp would force that tarp out, and it'd be flapping in the breeze like you came out of the bathroom and you had toilet paper stuck to your shoe. But by doing it in the front, the air pressure coming to the front of the coil front, and it's loaded shotgun style, so I've got 4 chains and 2 straps for the 46,000 pounds it weighs. But with it, it's the air pressure right now actually aids in holding this front section down where the excess tarp is placed under, so that holds it all together really well. These boards are the bane of my existence on this truck. While this trailer and the truck are not being kind to me this week. See how this is why we do load checks, so you can see how the boards start moving themselves out. I've been keeping an eye on this, and oh well, so it's underneath there now. But in the morning when I go to take off and I do my pre-trip, I will loosen up the strap and straighten that all out. So I ain't gonna drive like that. So now I gotta get back in my truck where it's quiet. I fueled up here, and here, let me I fueled up next to the noisiest truck I can. It was probably a 90s, early 2000s Freightliner, but it was so noisy. You can tell that it's had a lot of miles, on it. It was so noisy. Anyway, I will, like I said, when I do my pre-trip, I'm I hate when the boards move because I'm like always paranoid about them. Because they like to vibrate. No matter how tight you tighten that strap that holds in all those boards, the boards will vibrate themselves right out like they're a lance charging down the road ready to take somebody out. So I will fix that in the morning. It's one of the issues with this trailer, because other than those boards always coming out and I always have to re-strap them down, I tighten it up so tight that I'm almost bending the metal brace that holds the strap over the boards. I'm tightening it up to where that's starting to get a bow in it. And I don't want to bend it, but you almost feel like you have to in order to get those things tight. The other thing with this trailer is the ABS light comes on my dash on and off as I drive down the road. It'll come on and stay on until I park, and then I don't know if that resets it or what, but there's an issue. And my engine sensor light still comes on, but I think I was thinking that if they would just get me a load that goes to Granite City, and this way I can take the truck in to the Madison yard to get fixed. I don't know if they'll be able to do it though. I mean, this has been through 2 Freightliners dealerships and they couldn't figure it out. I have an engine sensor light keeps coming on, and you could feel the lack of engine performance when this thing has its issues. And it's a bummer because I really like this truck. And but I hate electrical issues when I work on my own cars. I know that electrical issues are horrendously hard to try to figure out in some instances, and this one is really tough for them. So as is often the case when the Madison yard mechanics are unable to resolve the issue, they'll often send it to the Freightliner dealership. So like I said, this has been to 2 Freightliner dealerships for the same issue in the past week. And I get breakdowns for both of those times. But again, even though I'm getting breakdown pay, that is less than what I make when I drive. So I've got this load. I picked it up right where I thought I would need to, SDI, to pick up a steel coil that's going to Granite City, which is right next to the Madison yard. So when I drop it off in the morning, I'll take this over to Madison and turn it in. That's what their plan is. But I imagine the way this is going to go is that they'll work on it for a while, not be able to figure it out, and then they'll send it to Freightliner, and they won't be able to figure out. They'll troubleshoot it and say, hey, we can't find an issue, and give it back to me. And I'll head down the road, and 10 miles later the light's going to come on and the engine troubles will start. So we shall see. That's just my guess. This is the way these things go. But I do feel that they put in an honest effort. At least that's my impression when they were trying to fix this. And we shall see what happens. That is the end of my Monday. Seriously, this is the 31st of August. It's Monday. I was out all weekend. It's Monday. I'm going to get to the yard on Tuesday, and what am I going to do while they're working on my truck? I'm going to drive home because I only live 20 minutes away. So at least I'll get to see my family for a little bit until they fix it and replenish my food stocks, because I usually only put enough food in here in this truck for a week. And so by the end of last week, I was like, mechanical problems. And so I'm here over the weekend. I'm out of food. Great. Awesome. Which isn't really a big issue. It's just that I have to do the shopping instead of my wonderful wife, who takes care of that. She takes care of me. I go to work and bring the money home, and they all spend it on themselves, and everybody's happy. I'm even happy. Am I happy? I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out. What do I want to be when I grow up?